5 years ago this week, deadly tornadoes ripped through the greater Chattanooga area. Good evening, I'm Kim Chapman.
And I'm Josh Rowe. Brittany Nicholson tells us how one family is commemorating the anniversary in a different way. Brittany.
Josh, Kim, one man tells me he is now building a tornado shelter out of the frame of his old home destroyed by a tornado. He also told me how his community came together during that time. This picture was taken there on Clontz Road in Apison days after a tornado ripped through their neighborhood.
We looked out that way, and then you just seen trees starting to separate.
Alex Lee says he remembers April 27th, 2011 vividly.
To me, I mean, everybody says it sounds like a freight train coming down the tracks. But I mean, to me, it's just like a constant thunder, just a roar of thunder, and then gets louder and louder and louder.
He says all 8 people home at the time ran to the basement for safety. In pictures taken the next day, he shows me exactly where they were when the house collapsed on top of them.
All the walls just fell in, and they just kept pushing down, and it just like taking your breath away. I guess the main thing I remember is my sister-in-law was just praying, saying, please just let us make it through it. So everybody else just crying and yelling.
Alex says the days following were hard.
I guess it was just rough trying to gather up things that you think you can save or can't save. So it was a little rough, but I mean, everybody pulled through and came together.
He says it took a little more than 2 years to rebuild. But they decided to keep what's left of the old house, too.
There's going to be steps on the other side where the doorway is, and then it's going to be a solid concrete roof over top, and then, of course, I mean, it's going to be underground.
Alex says he and his father-in-law are building a tornado shelter. This year, on the 5-year anniversary, he says they're thinking if it ever happened again, this time they'll be ready.
All you can do is hope for the best and pray for the worst, and just pray about it. So. Because if it's your time to go, it's your time to go.
Alex tells me his father-in-law was thrown outside by the tornado. Everyone there that night walked away with just a few scratches. Josh.
Brittany, thank you. All this week we'll be covering the April 2011 outbreak and have a live road show this Wednesday.